You're 16, 17.
A little younger, or maybe a little older.
And you're thinking, what will my future be?
If design excites you and you see it everywhere, in line, shapes, textures, color, and form.
In the clouds in the sky, in the change of the seasons.
In graceful buildings, and in the things we use every day.
Like a mountain bike.
Rollerblades.
And a CD player.
And even cool glasses.
If you're a team player, if you can respect the opinions of others and reflect that in your art.
If you're curious about science, about technology and engineering, about people, how to reach and motivate them.
And about traveling to foreign countries and living and working in diverse cultures.
If this is who you are and you're into design, there's a meaningful future waiting for you.
Think about it. You could design cars and trucks, products that people actually use.
People always ask me where a new idea is born, where do you get your inspiration? And I think with designers really see the world differently.
I look at the way toasters are designed, toothbrushes are designed. Design impacts so many different aspects of my life.
Whether it's aircraft, whether it's interior decor, or whether it's any subject, any object, any industrial design, architecture, it's a constant living thing.
Automobiles are products of motion. So we look towards nature to try to get ideas in how to construct form and shape.
And the example that comes to mind is the forms in a shark, the sharp versus hard, the interplay of forms in the animal. It's kind of a scary animal, the tone, the way the gradations are on the animal. You can put all that into a design plan.
And it's trying to use those backgrounds and influences to develop a new product that people will see and will want to buy.
We're not simply trying to create a vehicle for them to drive from here to the grocery store, and we want something to be exciting. We want them to be enthused about what they're driving.
These are not static products we're talking about. These are products that people get emotional about, that they want to get into and drive and experience. They want the automobile to be an extension of them, and this is what the designer can bring to design.
Designing a vehicle is creation. Those who do it well are talented, passionate, and educated.
And at some point in time, every transportation designer had to prepare for the future.
When they were in school, they expressed their love for cars and trucks by drawing, along with studying art and design.
Well, they also studied computer science, foreign languages, social sciences, physics, engineering, and communications.
They read magazines, went to auto shows, and after high school continued their education in transportation and industrial design.
When I was a kid, I used to build models. I used to read Popular Mechanics.
I spent a lot of time tearing apart everything in my parents' house, from radios to TVs, anything I could get my hands on.
I was always watching my father, who practically lived in the garage, taking cars apart and putting them back together.
I built hundreds and hundreds of model cars. I was a total car fanatic. I drew cars, I built model cars.
I really believe it's important for young people today who are interested in automotive design or product design to take advantage of all the opportunities that are available to them in school today.
And I encourage students to just practice any artistic passion that they have, whether it's sculpting or painting, because any skills you pick up do apply.
Along with their core courses, I think students should have education in the humanities, broad enough where they should be reading, writing, aside from doing drawing alone.
There's that same kind of competition out there that they'll be facing when they get into the industry or any design field.
Automotive design is competitive, and it requires furthering your education.
So before graduation, decide on an industrial design school. It can be the Center for Creative Studies in Detroit, Michigan, or
the Art Center in Pasadena, California, or
there's the Royal College of Art in London, England, and the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology in Australia.
And also the Cleveland Institute of Art in Ohio.
All of these schools are dedicated to the education of future transportation designers.
Selecting the right school is important. It's where you learn to transform art, engineering, and science into the form and function of a car.
which I might add, will be driven by someone just like you.
This is a very competitive industry. You have to be the best at what you do. You have to work hard at what you do. There is no second best in this industry. You must be first.
I think being a designer here in the future, although it's not going to be an easy job, it's going to be very much an adventurous job and a challenging job, because everyone wants to create this new product, and they want to create different products.
If you're learning new technologies all the time and absorbing everything that's going on around you, and a lot of that's happening on the computer, you're always going to be ahead of the game, and it's going to help you in your career.
Ford designers have many skills. They are professionals who are part of the product development team, which include
Play modelers, technicians, marketers, engineers, and financial experts. People from all over the world who have the satisfaction of seeing their ideas actually become a car or truck on the road.
As a designer, it's very important to understand that cars are designed by many different people. No cars are designed by just one person.
People within technologies, materials, colours, all these different boundaries of which make up a motor vehicle.
The team is essential.
You need inputs from all the different sections, if you will, or parts of the team, and everybody brings to the team a whole set of background. They bring their individual background to it, and everybody has a voice within that team.
Through sketches and models and presentations, the team get very much a focused attention to exactly what kind of product we're designing.
You can't design a car in a vacuum. You need to feed off of each other's ideas and develop them together, and it gives many perspectives.
The designer is really like a catalyst, one who works with planners, with engineers, with manufacturing people, with marketing people, with salespeople, with finance people, and tends to pull them all together and work out a product that satisfies the needs of the customer.
This is a great environment to be in. You work with a core team of people, you meet a lot of interesting people, and at the end result is you see something like this on the road, and that's kind of amazing in itself to watch a car roll off the production line.
The vehicle that you drive is the result of a complex design that includes both the outside and the inside of the car.
Yeah, and check out this interior. A designer has to make it all work together.
From cool electronic equipment,
Safety devices.
Neat places to put your things.
and a recliner.
And this is as good as my room.
When you look at an automobile has a personality. That personality that you're first attracted to is on the outside of the vehicle. After you get into the vehicle, the interior is what has the feeling. Not just, it's the part that you live in day by day. It's the part that you touch, the part that you feel.
Interior designers play a very important role in developing the ergonomics, or the actual feel of the relationship of man to machine.
People want the comforts of home. They want cup holders. They want places to put their tapes and CDs and gloves and things like that.
The interior of the car is an extremely complex design area. The designer must be aware of what's going on and understand the importance and the relationship of the interior to the driver of the car.
The interiors are a place where we can possibly save lives in case of an accident. Airbags and things like that are very important. It's also where you spend most of your time, is inside the car, looking out, not outside the car looking in.
In an industry that's changing rapidly, Ford is a global leader with design studios in England.
Oh, and Germany, Italy, Japan.
As well as Australia and the United States.
Did you know that advanced technology is an everyday tool at Ford?
It's where designers use three-dimensional CAD systems,
along with computerized paint boxes,
holograms, and virtual reality,
so that design and engineering can come together with manufacturing to produce unique and exciting vehicles.
Technology has had a massive impact on how my job is done. It has enhanced the speed of the way I can do things, the method, how I can make models, how I even draw is completely done digitally now.
It's not like the old days anymore where we use a pencil and paper. We use some of the most advanced computers and software that are available.
Today, with the sort of communication that we established, this gigantic electronic umbrella that we have mainly here in our design studio, we can communicate with our colleagues all over the world.
And you could produce that car even better at night instead of years and years.
The pace of change in the global market is so great, we're meeting that through new technologies.
Ford designers are problem solvers who design 4 to 6 years into the future.
Designers are the future.
Well, they're also passionate artists who understand engineering and important social issues. They are the trendsetters.
Their designs have to take into account government regulations, geographic factors, environmental issues, ergonomics, material limitations, and manufacturing costs.
Well, simply put, Ford designers create cars and trucks that reflect the different needs and tastes of customers who live all over the world.
Young designers here at the Ford Motor Company have an opportunity to take advantage of the foreign assignments that we have because we have 7 studios around the world.
So I was able to see places that I would never ever seen on my own. So I was able to go to Italy, work in Germany, work in England. It was a really dynamic experience. It was fantastic.
I like them to have this kind of experience so that they are aware of what the trends are around the world, and then they can apply these new ideas to any new design they're working on, wherever they may be located.
The really successful companies in the future will be those that get into that customer's mind and then really start to probe and develop new ideas based upon their expectations of the future.
It is very important for us to always listen to the voice of the customer in all the different markets so that we may be able to successfully market our vehicle.
First thing is customer, and second thing is customer, and third thing is customer too.
Ford Motor Company has been able to break down the international barriers. I think we have now, which is really, we have a global village called Ford Motor Company.
Ford design is a universal language.
A renaissance.
A global explosion of talent, preparation, and technology.
That incorporates what we do and who we are.
And by working in a team, Ford designers can transform an idea into cars and trucks that captivate drivers all over the world.
They created the Taurus,
Aston Martin,
Jaguar,
Explorer and Ranger Splash 4x4,
and the Mustang.
Ford invites you to continue your studies
and learn from the world around you
as you prepare for a dynamic career in transportation design.
See you on the road.